The point is that we're all connected and we're a part of this human body. And just like in a human body, if we're disconnected, if I cut off my finger and I put it on this ledge, yeah, ew, and I come back in a week or two, bad things are going to happen to that finger, right? It wasn't meant to grow disconnected from the body. Now, I know scientists can do this in the lab and stuff, but really, fingers grow best when they're attached to my body. Thank you very much. You and I grow best intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, when we're connected to community. That's the lesson you need to take away with you today, that we grow best when we're connected to other followers of Jesus Christ. In community, 1 plus 1 does not equal 2. In community, 1 plus 1 equals so much more than 2. Two draft horses can pull 36 tons of weight on a trailer. 36 tons. Which is not just twice the 6 tons that one draft horse can pull when working alone, but 6 times as much. That's why horses work in teams when they're used for farming. And last week we learned that 100 people organized into something, this social network called a fire brigade. 100 people working in a fire brigade to put out a house that's on fire can be as efficient and effective as 200 or even 300 people drawing buckets of water haphazardly and running to douse the fire. 1 plus 1 in community does not equal 2. It equals so much more than 2. This was my wedding text. 2 people are better off than 1, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble. Likewise, 2 people lying close together can keep each other warm. But how can one be warm alone? A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but 2 can stand back to back and conquer. 3 are even better, for a triple braided cord is not quickly broken. Here is God's wisdom speaking to us and telling us that community offers us support, it offers us comfort, and it offers us protection. One moment. A person connected to community stands a much better chance of success, which is why teams have coaches, athletes have trainers, and Christians who want to grow surround themselves in faith communities like this, and really they link up in a community where they can develop those personal relationships, that instant community that you can only really accomplish by joining a home group, where these other friends can spur them on toward the vision that God has for them. No surprise, Satan is clearly opposed to our growth. He's opposed to our growth in community. He's opposed to our reaching out. He's opposed to our serving and growth through serving. And because of this, Satan will tell us lies where community is concerned. For instance, when it comes to community, Satan will tell you that maintenance work where your faith and your life is concerned is adequate. You're going to church, aren't you? That's enough. After all, God is a gracious God. And my response is yes, God is gracious, and yes, He accepts us right where we are. No matter where we're at, God accepts us, but He loves us too much to leave us that way. And so life lived in relationship with God is constantly about change. It's constantly about growth. It's more and more about being drawn toward His vision for us. Satan will also lie by saying, you know what? You don't want to go to a home group. Or you don't want to go on a serving team because other people can be difficult. Right? And it's true, other people can be difficult. Satan will say, remember when you got burned that time? Don't trust again. It's true, people can be difficult. But since we're going to be spending eternity together, I figure maybe now's the time to start improving on our relational skills. And also, consider this, you just might learn something by working with difficult people. You might learn something about people in general. You're going to learn something about yourself too. to somebody, you're a difficult person. Remember those people I mentioned earlier, the ones that come to River City Church and they're happy, smiley people, and they're growing and they're enthused about what they're experiencing and about what they're learning, and then suddenly, without a word to anyone, they disappear? Remember those people? I was at the office last night, and I'm very rarely at the office on a Saturday night, but I was glad that I was there last night because I received an email, and it alerted me, and I read it, and it was from one of these people. And the bottom of their life has dropped out yet again. This summer, she split up with her spouse. This week, one of her parents was admitted to the hospital. It doesn't look good. And so she's taking time off from work to spend with her parent who's in the hospital. And she's almost certain she's going to lose her job because she just got this job and kind of in that trial period. Money is tight, and it's going to be tighter probably. And here's the last sentence of this email. I just honestly don't even know what to do anymore. All this is crazy. I just need a break from all this worry all the time. And I know this person. Every time crisis comes into her life, she withdraws and she tries to handle it alone. And while she survives, somehow, she's survived at least till now, she doesn't grow through it. She's not one of these people that says, man, it's been a hard year. It's been a hell of a hard year. But you know what? I'm going to get around some other people that I can help when they go through that. She hasn't grown through it. And I don't believe it's God's wish for anyone to go through times of crisis like that. I don't think it's God's will that any of us go through life alone. I believe there's a better way. I believe, based on personal experience, and I believe, based on testimonies from dozens of people who call this church their home, that there is a better way. I know she'd be so better off if she were truly connected to community here at River City Church. I know that this terrible crisis that she's navigating wouldn't be so worrisome if she was connected to a home group where she would receive daily encouragement, emails, phone calls. And if she shared with her home group, I'm sure she would get personal visits. Constant prayer support. Offers of assistance. Offers to watch her young children when she goes to visit her parent in the hospital. Offers to clean her home. Offers to set up a meal schedule. Offers maybe even from some mature Christians to say, you know what, visiting your parent in the hospital must be hard. I'd like to go with you. Can I go with you? I just want to be there to support you. Grocery vouchers, whatever. I know that she would receive this from a home group in this church because that's how community is designed to operate. That's what life is like when you live it connected to the body which has Christ as its head and we as the individual members. Now make no mistake about it, personal growth is hard. No genie is going to pop out of a bottle and do it for you. In case you're looking for that pot of gold, there's no leprechaun who's going to grant you your wish. And contrary to what some religious camps teach, and this is very unfortunate, the type of growth we're talking about this morning isn't the kind that can happen instantly in a believer's life simply by praying for it. Isn't the kind of thing that you just pray for and, Lord, I just want to be emotionally mature by tomorrow. I just want to be intellectually mature by tomorrow. I want to have a spiritual relationship like Moses had at the very end of his life. I want that tomorrow. This doesn't work that way. Life is a marathon, which begs the question, how's your race going? Is there something that you could do to draw you closer to God's vision for you? Anything that you could do to take steps to becoming more like Jesus Christ?